Hello everyone, Toofelhoont here, and welcome back. We've got another Total Novice video for you today, and it's the Lizardmen. That's right, we're gonna go ahead and roll with the Scaly Boys. Just a reminder, we've removed the wheel, but I still use the wheel, so hey, the Lizardmen fell right on our random wheel. Also remember, and for those who are new, this entire video series is just showing my incremental learning journey, focusing specific on the faction mechanics right now. That's really all I'm here to learn. So we're really not running any more than 7 to 10 turns and just trying to learn the faction-based mechanics. Really what I'm trying to do is identify the factions that I want to learn the game going forward with. Just want to say thank you to everybody who has shown love for the Total Novice series so far. It's been amazing and I appreciate you all. So hey, here's the deal. Stick around because you may learn something. Seriously, I've learned every single video. That's kind of the point for me. If you like the video, me or the game, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That would help a lot. Just kind of keeps me going, you know, helps that motivation. And if you're feeling really crazy, that'd be awesome if you'd leave a comment. Share a thought, let me know how I'm doing, say hi. Whatever it is you feel like. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. All right, let's go ahead and check out these Lizardmen, shall we? Wow, got a decent amount to choose from. Apparently I picked up some DLC, I'm guessing. But what we're going to go ahead and do... Wow, who is this? Lord Mazdamundi. Krokgar. All right. He looks melee. He looks melee-like. Oh, and he likes dinosaurs. This is a skink-looking hero. Oh, he flies a pterodactyl. That would be cool. I don't think we'd get to that level, though. Okay, well... There's another melee here, it looks like. Oxyodal. You know what? Let's go with Gorok. We're going with Gorok. Let's roll. Yep, that's exactly what I would say as well. Okay, here we are. We're into the Lizardmen with Gorok. How do they play? Begin the campaign with the devastatingly powerful hero Lord Croak and wield his settlement crumbling powers. That must be this floating guy here. Construct the geomantic web buildings across your provinces to reinforce its power and boost the effects of commandments. So let's check this geomantic web out here. Settlements of the Lizardmen are linked by a network of power known as the geomantic web, an unseen matrix of energy which crosses the entire world. By increasing the power of the geomantic web in a province, a Lizardman faction can increase the potency of any commandments issued there. Okay, that's interesting. Complete Blessed Spawnings missions to periodically recruit formidable units. The spawning pools of the Lizardmen will occasionally bring forth an especially gifted set of warriors. By completing a mission, a Lizardman faction will be able to recruit these Blessed Spawnings who have superior abilities to those of their ordinary counterparts. Okay, sounds like Regiment of Renown, honestly. Okay, as we always do, we're going to hit the escape key so we can learn more about our faction. There's more here on our faction, including something called Astromancy and Deliverer of Itza. So I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to read this. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video, and we'll meet back. See you in a second. All right, we're back from doing some reading. Astromancy is a stance, so that's interesting. They've got themselves a unique stance to them. Okay. Here's Lord Croak. We're going to move Lord Croak in with Gorok. We don't need to replenish, so I guess let's add some XP. Hey, real quick, one of the things we're going to... Well, let's go ahead and look at our Lord and our hero here. So, Gorok, what I want to find out is whether or not... Ah, yes, Rampage. Let's read Rampage a second. A rampaging unit is uncontrollable and will attack the nearest enemy unit. When there are no enemy units nearby, a rampaging unit will move around randomly instead. All right. So this active ability stops Rampage, so that means he can Rampage, or at least that tells me he can Rampage. So let's see what's going to trigger Rampage. If there's anything here that'll tell us right now. Okay, I didn't see anything specific that would trigger Rampage on him yet. Wow, he's... Oh, that's Croak. Okay, let's look at Croak. I don't see any specific type of damage we're dealing with when we lose leadership. Maybe that's what Rampage is about, but I didn't see anything that specifically says when leadership drops, we use, or we get Rampage. So we'll have to kind of learn that. There's Croak. Almost reminds me of kind of the aliens in Independence Day, or perhaps the aliens in Pacific Rim. Anyway, okay. Here's our geomantic web. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. So see how there's an orange link between here, but there's a red link here. I believe simply that the red link is there because we haven't occupied this settlement. So I think that's what's going on there. Here's the enemy's settlement. So we've got a early fight here, then we've got a settlement here, and then a settlement over there. All right, looks like they get rights, just like some of our other ones have gotten. Okay, let's look at tech, and all of their tech is gated behind buildings. All right, important for us to know because we're going to end up building something this turn. Let's look at our quick deals like we always do. Remember, we're just getting the habit, right? We're building our muscle memory for when we really want to start playing and learning. Anybody want to... So no naps with me. It would feel like I should be the unifier of the Lizardmen. That's what I feel like it should be. I should be the unifier. I would want to... Now, not the rats. Not the rats at all. Because... if we take a peek at the astromancy, let's look at the astromancy stance real quick. Check it out. Chance of intercepting an army using tunneling, beast paths, or wood roots plus 50%. You know what that tells me? It tells me the Lizardmen probably have simply this historic... the historic enemies of the Lizardmen seem to be rats because they can possibly intercept tunneling. Beast paths, so the beast men are probably an ancient enemy of theirs. And then potentially the wood elves, I guess, right? Because the Lizardmen look to love forests too. And we know the wood elves love forests. So interesting. Anyway, digress. Okay, we did our diplomacy. Let's go ahead and let's get our fight on. So as we do, let's take a look at our units. Saurus spears. So we've got 2 shielded spear units. Okay, anti-large, that's probably going to be good. We're up against Nurgle. Interesting. We've got shielded swords. What are primal instincts? When under pressure, the primal instincts of these natural predators take over, improving their combat potential. Uh-oh, is that Rampage? Oh no, here's primal instincts. Hit points less than 50%. All right, they do a little bit more damage. Okay. So we've got 2 shielded spear units, 2 shielded sword units, skink cohorts. All right, we got some javelin chuckers. We got 2 units of javelin throwers, and then a Bastillodon. Revivification crystal, armored. What in the world is this thing? Looks like it's a ranged unit. It's got a charge bonus too. It's armored, armor-piercing melee. Armor-piercing melee and cause of terror. Cool. All right. My understanding also is that Lord Croak's magic is insane in the membrane right out of the gate, so we're going to have to check that out. Let's look at our Nurgle enemy. Spellcaster, Lord, or Hero. Okay, so we have Nurglings, a Nurgling swarm. They have poison attacks. We're somewhat familiar with these guys, right, because we played them. Plague Bearers of Nurgle. Okay, somewhat familiar with them. They're tier 2. And then Plague Toads of Nurgle. Yeah, okay. So... Plague Toads are large. So my spears are probably going to want to deal with the Plague Toads if possible. And my swords are up in here. Now, Gorok is a melee. We're about to find out how much of a beast Gorok is because I'm going to put him up in the melee. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's do this. Okay. Go ahead and start our deployment. You know, one of these days we're going to have to mess around with that channeling magic thing. One of these days. Okay, so here's what I like the idea of. I'm going to fill the center with my... shield and spears. We're going to flank with our... shield and swords in the center. Flank with our spears. Let's group. I'm going to lock their formation. Just going to move them right up here. Get our ranged up in here. They don't have crazy range. So actually, I may even put them in front and have them fall back. You know what we will do? Let's get cheeky with this formation, actually. Let's do kind of a ranged front checkerboard. So that when I pull them back, hopefully they'll pull back in this gap here. I don't know if it's going to matter. I'm just trying stuff, you know what I'm saying? Okay, here's my Bastillodon. Here's Croak. Gorok. Gorok is definitely, I want Gorok up in the middle. All right, let's go ahead and start the battle. Hey guys, wish me luck. See you when I see you. Oh my gosh. All right, everybody. I think I did pretty good. Messed around. Let's go ahead and see how we did. Okay, here we are. Decisive victory. Look at that. Okay, so here's what I really learned. Lord Croak's spells are insane. Truly insane. And this Bastillodon can cast a heal and a revive. It seems they either have a 45-second or a 60-second cooldown. But that's kind of a big deal. So we have heals. We actually have heals in the crew here. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We can get unit experience. We can replenish our army. Or we can get some monies. Let's get experience here. Let's get experience. Gorok got a level. We've also got a place over there to attack. We're going to go ahead and level Gorok up. Now I will... Oh, and Croak got a level 2. Let's go ahead and take Route Marcher. So, I will say this. We're going to boost the spellcasting line. Absolutely. That it seems... The Lizardmen seem to be a really solid, good choice to learn the game with. That seems to be a... I would say a pretty typical... overwhelming opinion amongst the Warhammer 3 community that the Wizardmen they're a really solid beginner faction to teach you a lot of the different aspects of the game going on. So just keep that in mind that the Lizardmen, right? If you're looking at the Lizardmen, I think it's pretty too. I like their area here, but the Lizardmen could very well be a serious consideration for me and or for you to start learning the game with seriously. Okay. Let's go over here and hit Zodal. Sure, I'm pronouncing that wrong. More Nurglings. We got Pinch Eyes, so Nurgling swarms. And Play Bears. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and fight this as well. Okay. Risk magic for more favorable wins. I think what that means is... Well, let's look. I think what that means... Well, what that tells me, risk magic for more favorable wins. I have 10 magic. I can roll the dice. I may lose some of that, but maybe I get faster regen. Not 100% sure. It's kind of what it sounds like to me. Okay. Nerd will have 2 large unit types. They've got 2 larges. I'm not sure. You know what? Yeah, I think what we're going to do, we're just going to keep these guys in the back. Nurgle move fast on us, so I'm just going to keep these guys in the back, I think. All right, here we go. See right there, decides the victory. See how well we really did. Okay, so we lost 5 total units. Wiped them out. The other Trickster's Shard. Minus 20% spell resistance. Dude, Lord Croak. Insane in the membrane. Absolutely insane in the membrane. Do you ever want to loot and occupy? I feel like you never want to loot and occupy because you never really want to risk that conquest penalty or the especially the province's stability. I feel like looting and occupying just doesn't seem to be a good idea. But maybe those things come back fast enough and I'm just gun shy on doing it. I don't know. Okay, so we've got some levels that we're going to go ahead and do. So Gorok, we're totally going to take him down his predatory fighter tree, I think. Croak, oh my gosh. Y'all, if you're playing Lizardmen, you've got to maximize Croak. I just, yeah, it's just so good. So good. His damage is insane. Like, Yeah, Nurgle didn't have a chance by the time they even got to my front lines because of what I was doing to them. I mean, it's illegal in most states. All right, let's see. Build some buildings. Okay, so I want a tech. And, okay, I see. So we've got icons here for tech. There's no tech. Oh, there's one tech down here. Okay. Tablet of spawning. Hey, that's growth. All right, we're just going to do it. Let's go over to Zodal. And let's do this income one. Okay. And since we're here, we need to recruit. What can we recruit? We've got our skink javelins. We've got skink cohorts, so skink infantry. Significantly cheaper, holy cow, than Saurus warriors. Wow, Saurus spears. Saurus warriors. Okay, so these Saurus do not have shields. Wow, look at how much more expensive they are. We've got the cash though, right? We got the cash. And let's get some more spears. What can we do? We can recruit 2. And we've got another town over here. Do we really want to waste that? You know what? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to recruit 2 here. Let's go with some spears. Okay. We're going to recruit 2 here. Then we're just going to, and then next turn, because we don't have movement, next turn we'll move back to our capital, recruit at our capital, so that the following turn, so by turn 3, hopefully, we're hitting Quetzal. We're hitting Quetzal. So that's kind of my long-term plan. Okay, we've done everything in turn 1. That was a good turn 1. Let's go ahead and roll. All right. So my thought is that we head right over to here and head right over to our capital. And I want to see if we've got some shielded guys in our capital. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no, never mind. I'm like, we forgot to tech, but we had to build the building first. So we're going to go ahead and tech. It's not exactly one that I would... You know what? Maybe we don't tech that. Can we build this turn? Yeah, see, the thing is we can't build this turn, so we might as well tech, right? Because otherwise, yeah. Okay. All right. Now we're here. There we are. Here's our... Oh, no, those are the skink cohort guys. All right, so we don't have the shielded units that we can recruit just yet. So we can recruit 2 more units, though. And these units are strong. We got 2 spears last time. Let's get 2 swords. All right. And then we're going to hold here. And the next turn, our goal is hopefully to get down there before this army has had a chance to build up much. Let's check the garrison. Not a bad garrison. But obviously supplemented with whatever else it might be. They might actually be recruiting. All right, Lord Croak's got another level. Outstanding. So if I go, when's magic -2 for delivery? Okay, I see. So that's -2 for the level 1. I'm going to go ahead and put a point here. Dude, the magic for Croak is insane. It really is. It's so good. So good. Maybe it's almost an I win broken button. I don't know. All right, we're going to go ahead and roll into turn 3. Okay. We have just enough to get there. They haven't done tons of recruiting. I mean, their army's a little bit, so there's 4 total units there, and they have a garrison of 6. But I think we can do this. I think we can do this. And again, it feels like sooner rather than later when we consider our attacks. It does. It feels like sooner rather than later is a big, big deal in this game. So let's go ahead and move. Let's move and do it. Okay, so this is saying Pyrrhic victory with medium casualties. I wouldn't lose even 1 unit. Is it an open field battle? It is open field. We're going to fight this. We're going to fight this. Our third fight, our 3rd city settlement. We're going to fight it. Let's go. Okay. There's our enemy. All right, let's get our front line done here. Shields in the center. With our spear shields in the center as well. And then I think... Yeah, okay. So our mace infantry. Predatory senses. Okay. So they're just more like... Well, they're just non-shielded front line. I want to make a wide line because they have a wide line as well. My spears. Now, let's see if there's any large units in here that we need to focus our spears on. These are all things that I am finding are important to identify to have my plan, right? In earlier Total Novice videos, I was working on saying, okay, this is what's going to happen. And now... I still try to do it. Okay, so we don't have any large units that I have to worry about, at least that I could see, but the plague toads are large units. And so I'm putting these spears on the outside because I'm anticipating the plague toads hitting our flanks. Now, usually I like to get a lot more ranged, but the skink cohort javelins, they only have 3 ammunition, so... I feel like, I could be wrong here, but I feel like the strength of the Lizardmen is really in their melee units, at least early game. Croak and melee units is what it feels like. Croak and melee units. We can't discount Lord Croak. He's pretty insane. All right, let's go ahead and just move our entire line up. Start our deployment. Okay, wish me luck. All right, there we are. See how we did. Okay. Well, we got our decisive victory. We didn't lose any units, so I consider that a big bonus. We made a lot of money on that one. And we're going to occupy it, right? All right, right unlocked. Okay, we got ourselves a Rite of Ferocity. Oh, we got 2. Rite of Ferocity. Unit experience gain per turn plus 80. Income from post-battle loot plus 25%. Recruit rank plus 2. Local recruitment capacity plus 1. That's good. So, like, if we wanted to fill our ranks right now, now's the time to use this because we could do 3 a turn and we could get them at plus 2. Or bury your hit points, plus 750 for Saurus and Temple Guard. Immune to contact effects for Saurus and Temple Guard. Okay, so a bunch of Saurus and Temple Guard stuff. All right. We have attained complete control. Oh, yeah. Let's get our commandment. Faction destroyed. All right, so a couple things we got to do here. Just going to follow our bottom right tracker, if you will. Predatory fighter. So do you have... Can I get you more hit points? It doesn't look like I can get you hit points. Plus 10% when fighting against Skaven. So more proof that Skaven is a mortal enemy of ours. Leadership or a size plus 50%. I'm going to go armor for now. He took a little bit more damage in that fight than I was expecting him to take, but he was against a Nurgle hero who I'm pretty sure was putting poison on us. All right. Deliverance of Itza 3. This is the expensive one. I want to make it cheaper because I want to use it more often. It's absolutely insane. I don't think we have any items right now. Nothing that's not equipped. Okay. Commandment available. All right. What are our commandments? Growth plus 20, income plus 4. I like that. Research rate plus 4%. Winds of magic increasing in strength. What is this here? Alignment of order. Control plus 2. Chance of plague stuff. Attrition minus 10 when under siege. Corruption minus 2. Army ability. Number of uses plus 2 for Holy Stella. Base missile damage minus 25%. Accuracy minus 30. Alignment of war. Okay. Recruitment cost. Discount. Recruit army rank +1, leadership +4, weapon strength +6 for armies in the province. We're going to go growth and income. And that would seem to be this turn. Can we recruit some? Do we want to recruit some is the question. I mean, we have the money, right? We have the money. The question is, do we want to recruit? Can we recruit any heroes? No, everything's locked behind buildings. We could recruit, build a second army, but there doesn't seem to really be a necessity for that yet, for sure. Okay. I want to look at something real quick. Sorry, forgive me here. Where are my shielded chameleon skinks, chameleon skinks? Okay, so it seems like... Oh, there's our shielded guys. They're in tier 3. Okay, they're all the way up in tier 3. All right. I just wanted to check that. Feels like maybe we should recruit just so that we can... Just so that we can have some units here. Let's just go ahead and do this, just so we don't waste the turn to recruit. I guess we'll get... do we need fodder in the army? It doesn't feel like we need fodder in the army at all, to be honest with you. Let's get 2 units of these. All right, let's go into turn 4. Okay. You can build here. So in order for this building to go to tier 3, we need 2 growth. And we get that in 4 turns. So do I really want to take these 2 to tier 1? Or one of these to tier 1? When in 4 turns we could get up to tier 2. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to... I mean, it would give us some more income and a little bit of growth. So, boy. Right now it's taking us... Yeah, I don't think so. I think we hold. We hold. So, let's do this real quick. Because it feels like... Look, it feels like we've got a really good, strong army. It does. It feels like we've got a strong army. At least against the early stuff, right? It's probably the strongest beginning army of everybody we've tried so far. At least it feels that way. I want to look at this geomantic web. So the geomantic web, like, see how we have like an orange circle here? Or an orange here with orange line, but then it turns into a red. What do we have here? We have dwarves here. We have lizardmen there. I mean, I guess we're going to go after... I guess that's what we'll do. We'll head down here to Oixel, however you might pronounce it. And then, yeah, this is just asking me if I want to update that. I don't. And let's end our turn. Go into turn 5. Okay. So I'm going to come down here. Skaven revealed. Yeah, totally declaring war on the Skaven. So did they beat me here? Or were they always here? Pyrrhic victory.
Legends told of mighty burrows hollowed out by the rat men beneath ruined cities. It now seems that these legends were true.
Skaven under Empire. You know what's interesting? We didn't get to really experience the Skaven under Empire when we played Skaven, so let's read this a second. The Skaven can establish their bases of operation in any settlement, including those owned by other races, by constructing undercities directly beneath them. Skaven settlements and undercities are part of the vast subterranean network known as the Under Empire. Okay, so then my question becomes, how do you destroy the undercities, or can you not? So we may just simply auto-resolve this. Yeah, it's a city battle. We're just going to auto-resolve this and wipe them out. I feel like if I were to play the Lizardmen, I would like make it like my campaign mission would just be the destruction of all Skaven. I don't know why. I really struggle to discover the Skaven faction clan pestilence. I really struggle to find myself to see myself playing as Skaven. I don't know why. I seriously don't know why. I'm sure they get that all the time too. I'm sure if you asked the Skaven, they'll be like, "Yeah, we know. We know it happens to us all of the time." So they have 2 more here. Who's this? That's a Skaven. Okay. You have some skill points. They're like, "We get it, boss. We understand." I think I'm going to take this. Leadership aura size here. All right. Now he can get other ones. So let's see. Passive ability, Greater Arcane Conduit. Spell Mastery plus 15. And Power Recharge plus 60%. Roiling Skies, passive ability. When triggering a spell, drops their speed and melee defense. Exorcism, passive ability. Leadership plus 4, immune to psychology. Triggers when casting a spell. And Shield of Sapphire. Damage resistance plus 10. Triggers when casting a spell. Wow, okay, so his entire line back here ends up being passive buffs that occur when he casts spells. And by the way, I cast spells with Lord Kroak. I think you should. But is there a way for us to get more? So Winds of Magic Power Reserve plus 10. All right. Winds of Magic Power Reserve plus 10. That seems to be like a good thing, right? If I enjoy casting spells, let's do that. So we're gonna take a turn here, at least. Oh, what do we got here? Red Crested Skinks. This is a. They got all kinds of skinks up in here, right? What's a Red Crested Skink? Great Axe Infantry, huh? Armor Piercing Frenzy. Poison Attacks. Let's get a couple of those. Why not? I don't want to spend too much time here because I don't want this guy down here. The Skaven down here. Yes, see, he's already halfway to a full army, but this might be the first episode where we actually see a 4th battle. I mean, we haven't really learned tons about the geomantic web and the inner workings of that yet, and I would like to get the opportunity to, but I just don't know if, 10 or so levels is just gonna get it done for us. Are skinks a thing? Oh, Croxagore. Monstrous Infantry. Armor piercing. Temple Guard is probably our top dog. That's probably our top dog. Whatchamacallit? You know what I'm talking about. Frontliner. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Shoot. Shoot. Oh no, I messed up. Can I undo that? I can't undo that in any way, can I? Left click to remove this building from the queue. Left click to remove. Okay. Whew. All right. I was on the wrong place the entire time. I was just being toof. It's fine. Crap that resource building. So Croxagore's up here. There are monstrous unit. Temple Guard right up here. This is giving me a blinking yellow, but we can't do anything with it yet. So we're not high enough. Pharaoh Bastillodon. It has Rampage. Rampage just doesn't sound like a good idea. Chance of plague spreading. If we're going to be dealing with the Skavens, we're going to have to defend against that. Okay. Okay. Let's go into turn 6. Mission issued. Win 2 battles. Reward Blessed Saurus Spears with Shields ×3. Okay. Well, I don't think we'll actually unlock them before we wrap up the episode, but sequence of skink spawning. More skink tech. More skink tech. Okay, geomantic web. All right, here we go. This is all about commandment stuff, right? So, okay, so we've strengthened this line here. Got more orange. Strength 2 owned and neutral settlements. I see. If the strength of the geometric web affects the power of the commandments, okay. Settlement must be linked to another of equal or higher. The color of the rings around settlements indicate the current strength of geometric web. That makes sense. A pulsing ring indicates that a settlement is now operating at its maximum potential strength. I mean, they're spinning in circles. I don't see anything pulsing, though. Upgrade the strength of the web in nearby settlements in this case. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, Gorok has a mission. That's dwarves. Actually, let's come over here first. We're still healing here. I can't make it here anyway. Can't make it here anyway. And I don't want to stop our replenishment. So I'm going to park here because I think next turn I can make it here. So that's what we're going to do. All right. I'm sacrificing upgrading those so that I can hold to my growth, which again probably wasn't a smart idea, seeing as how we're just playing about the first 10 turns or so. But whatever, we learn from our mistakes. Let's end our turn. I do like the landscape that the Lizardmen fight in. It's pretty. I like the colors, the color palette, if you will. All right. So the Skaven's over there. We're going to come down here. It's got a garrison. That's fine. Auto-resolve this. It's an open field battle, though. Give me time to practice. Slayers, clan rats. Do they have any ranged at all? I'm going to fight this one just to get some practice. Okay. Just wanted to do this to get our practice, you know what I'm saying? All right, so our 2 sword shields, they make up our main line. Then we have our spears who make up the inner flanks, we'll call it. Now, we're up against Skaven, and we know Skaven are... Boy, is weak the right word? Is it a fair enough word? Yeah, it's fair. They're weak. Their front line's weak, at least. We're going to put our spears on the flanks. I want a really long front line here because they've got a lot of melee units. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. Ah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Army ability has spawned an enemy. Oh, clan rats, you sons of guns. That's fine. Let's just remember that they're there. Just remember they're there. Spawn clan rats on me. Oh, that's funny. Wow, they're doing it again. Gorok's gonna be back here fighting clan rats, huh? Or I can take care of the rats. Gotta be careful to engage before my melee get up there. All right. Rebuild the line. All right, there we are. 4 minutes later. See how we did. So hilarious, funny story during that fight. They used Menace Below 3 different times to pop clan rats on me. And the first time it happened, I'm like, what the world is happening? How am I getting hit in the back line? I'm like, that's exactly what they did. Anyway, had to tell you guys that story. All right, well, we did really well. It would seem that the Lizardmen would keep occupying for the geomantic web. Please let me know if that's not the case. Please let me know if I should be like, you know, like only taking capitals or something like that. But it feels like the Skavens, or the Lizardmen are all about occupying to build and strengthen the geomantic web, is what it feels like. That's what it feels like. All right, so look, here we are. We're at turn 7. And I feel like we might have enough to kind of assess the Lizardmen, right? So first of all, they're strong, especially against these. They were strong against the early Nurgle stuff. They seem very strong against the Skaven, which I'm not shocked by, especially when we haven't seen things like Rattling guns and stuff, right? So I like their lineup I like the strength of their melee units. Seems good. They don't really seem to care much for ranged, but that's because they got Lord Croak, and he's absolutely bonkers. Geomantic Web seems to be about the only thing, at least so far, that we really manage. I mean, yeah, there's other things we get to do, right? There's other things we get to do. There's a different stance that we get to have, and there's some blessed spawnings, which are just missions. But for the most part, the Geomantic Web is about the only thing you're managing. I also feel like the Lizardmen have a lot of potential for diplomacy. You know, I think playing the Lizardmen, I can see why people say, hey, play Lizardmen to learn the game. Because I think the Lizardmen have the opportunity to implement, you know, diplomacy in a good, positive way type of things, right? Or an easy way, I guess I'll say. So where do Lizardmen fall? Well, after the Wood Elves video, we kind of said, hey, you know what? Wood Elves are number 1. I would play Wood Elves over Tomb Kings, for example. I think right now, because I do like the Wood Elves, the kind of the faction mechanics around the Wood Elves, I think a little bit better than the Lizardmen. I think my Wood Elves are still number 1. But I think if I'm focusing on simply what would I play to learn the game, I think I would do Wood Elves number 1 and Lizardmen number 2. I think it's now Wood Elves 1, Lizardmen 2, Tomb Kings 3. And yeah, I think that's where things kind of fall right now for me. Okay, so you know what? Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Because we played, you know, we got 7 levels. I think we learned enough. Appreciate everyone sticking around, and I'm hoping you learned something from the video, because I know that I definitely did, right? Like every video, again, I said earlier, every video is a learning opportunity for me, for sure. As always, hey, drop a thumbs up on the video if you liked it. Feel free to sub to the channel. That would be great. That really obviously helps the channel out a lot. And of course, leave a comment, because apparently the YouTube algorithm looks at comments as like gold, like pure gold. Anyway, hope you guys have a good one. Until the next one, stay safe and stay healthy. Goodbye, everybody.